Hey everybody, I'm CJ, and I don't really want to get too far into this. I mean, I think the headline here kind of says it all. Uh, the, I guess what I want to talk about is sort of like the bigger, like the larger point of what this bounding into comics headline is really saying, namely that DC, or rather Warner Brothers, doesn't have a plan for DC films. There's really not an overriding agenda or anything like that. There's not a unifying vision. All right. Now, people have actually been saying this about the DC films for years now, and like the thing is, it's never been true. All right, or it's almost never been true. The modern DCEU, obviously it started with Man of Steel, then it went on to Batman v Superman, and then on and on and on. And every step of the way, people are saying, well, there's not a plan. There's not a plan. It's like, yeah, asshole, there was a plan. The fact that Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman movie, turned out as well as it did is kind of proof that there was a plan. Batman v Superman foreshadowed a lot of the things that were going to, or some of the things that were going to happen in Wonder Woman, cast members and other things. There was a plan. And then there was not a plan anymore. And it's kind of an historical irony that the criticism that people were making about the DCEU all those years ago, it's actually come true now, but it was never true in the past. Zack Snyder had a plan. He had basically a specific story that he wanted to tell, and he pretty much was the architect of, at the very least, not just his own movies, but the first Wonder Woman movie, and then also Aquaman. Aquaman, it was basically created and completed with the Zack Snyder version, whatever that meant at the time, the Zack Snyder version of Justice League being continuity. All right, people don't seem to understand this, but Aquaman is in continuity with Zack Snyder's Justice League. It just wasn't called that at the time, but anyway. And it's so strange now that there was a plan, even though people seemed adamant to admit it at the time, and God knows now, there was a plan when the DCEU first started, and now there is not a plan. And it seems like even the cast members and creative staff involved with making these movies, now they're saying it too. And when people that high up, even if they're not outright saying it, they're just kind of hinting at it when they start saying it directly or indirectly, it's time to start reassessing. And so this really shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League, whether anyone likes Zack Snyder's DC movies or not, there's really no denying that Zack Snyder's Justice League wasn't a big success, that there's not considerable justification in continuing the Snyderverse, bringing Zack Snyder back and letting him finish the movies that he wanted to make. There's really no argument for doing that, except that for whatever reason, nobody at WB or Warner Brothers, I should say, nobody seems to really want to do that. And as a result, nobody's steering the ship. Nobody's really in control. The movies are just kind of here, there, and everywhere. And nobody knows what's going on. So, I don't know. It's a weird state of affairs, and honestly, it's pretty sad. So, anyway, I don't have a ton of time today, but I at least wanted to throw all that out there and see what comes back to me. I think that's that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, comment, like, and share this video because it really helps me out. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Cole Loves Comics.